Okay, so I did it again, Cancer. How are you, Cancer? This is your Venus retrograde reading. It's from October 5th through November 16th. And this is a riff on my We've Broken Up, Now What? I'm calling it We're Talking Again, Now What? And it's because of the retrograde in Libra and it's the relationship. So I'm thinking that this is going to make or break some relationships because you're definitely going to be revisiting some issues, and that could also mean revisiting partners. So, hence the spread. Thought it was timely. So, I had started reading away, and I realized I still had my the charger plugged in or whatnot, and I didn't want the crackle because I realized that's anyway. Shutting up. Okay, so yeah, I just picking up where I left off. Anyway, okay. So bottom of the deck energy is the Six of Swords. This is transition. You're transitioning out of, I think this is more emotionally it's not based on emotions, but you're finally ready to let go of a very emotional situation. And instead of being emotional about it, you're using logic and intuition. You're trying to keep the emotion out of it. You're just following your gut, and you're going to trust that it's, you're just going to trust what you're feeling and hearing from yourself, and also what makes sense to do so, because I think you've been kind of mired down in trying to emotionally process what happened in this past relationship with this person, okay? Could also be that you have friends helping you. Okay, so then the reason for your meeting or talking again with this person is I think they're stuck also. This could be Virgo. I think they feel like normally this is a solitary thing where people go inward and try to work it out themselves, but because the two of you met up, I feel like there's this meeting again to kind of talk about what happened, okay? And your partner is, for some of you, it could be somebody just wants to try and manage the conversation in a sense to make it seem like they're the victim or that you were wrong. Not in a malicious way, it's just they might even be doing it outside of their awareness, but that might be why they're still hung up on it, is that they just can't face that they failed at something or that they were wrong. There's something about vanity here. Like they're not willing to let it go under the terms it was let go of. They need to, I don't know why I'm getting this, but it's just a hunch, but it feels like they want to spin it to where they're not the bad guy, or that it just didn't work out not because of any, they're uncomfortable with their culpability in the situation, whatever that may be. Okay, so anyway, so your partner is, they don't want to let it go, right? They're not willing to let go and let it be whatever it's going to be, but they're not willing to step up and compromise or sacrifice either. Okay? So, I mean, it's kind of a weird place to be, limbo, I guess. And then what they plan to do, though, is they plan to go away and think about it. So they don't want any resolution. They just are stuck, probably like how you feel, but then you're willing to transition, so whatever. But I think they approach you because this is you transitioning, or maybe because of this you transition, but I think they approach you because they're feeling stuck, but instead of any resolution, they go back and take some more time to think about things. Huh. Very, very interesting. Anyway, this is 1, 2, 3, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4 heavies. Holy cow. So this was a significant relationship for you. This Venus retrograde is going to be pretty significant in clearing out the gunk and getting your house in order, so to speak, your emotional house in order, at least about this relationship and just relationships in general. I think there's going to be some transformation here, just because there's a lot going on right now with you thinking about a lot of things. This was a major relationship, kind of processing emotionally a lot of things. You need to be strong. You need to stay strong, okay? Not that they're coming on like gangbusters, but hold your position and hold your ground. And the outcome is the no card. Yes, no. That's one way to look at it. The other one is that, if this is all about processing and talking, and then here's the advice, is staying strong, consider things with integrity, do the right thing, whatever decision you make, base it on being fair and compassionate and from a position of what would best serve both of us, okay? So there's all this review and introspection and thinking things over, and then we have the sun reversed. This could be basically a warning saying, don't go, it's not gonna be what you think it is. It could be just saying no. It could be, it's not, this is the happiest card in the deck. So this is a period or bout of unhappiness, but it's not like the exact opposite of happiness. But it's also the yes card. So I think in this instance it's saying no. It's just not a good idea, okay? I don't feel like I need to clarify anything. I feel like it's pretty straightforward here. Let's take a look at no and why. Let's take a look at why this is no. Why is this no? Other than obviously you broke up before, but sometimes people get back together. My God, who was it? I think it was Scorpio. Holy cow, Scorpio was like a 5-minute reading because it was so awesome. It was just so straightforward. I was like, yep, things are good. Okay, so why is that a no? Why? You know, damn it. Curses, I'm wrong again. No, all right, let's reconsider. Does it, I think it's a no, because this is also things falling short of what you want them to be, like not things, it's almost like settling, okay? So I think this is a no, because if you do reconsider, and there is, now mind you, they're not asking to get back together with you, but there is this sort of, hi, can we talk? I'm still stuck. I'm going to go back and think about it some more. What is that? What is that? Why did you come to me? What? Okay, so there's this, can you help me get through this type of thing? You're already kind of starting to transition out of the emotional heaviness, right? You're going to do the right thing. But alas, we come to it just not being enough. So there's probably is at some point going to be talk of, can we try again? I love you still. I'm quite not over the, I'm not quite over this yet. I'm still kind of stuck. I don't know what to do about this. You and I were this for so long, and whatever. And yet it's just not going to be what you really want. It'll be fair. I mean, but look, this is a page, okay? For a steady, true love relationship, you want a king or a queen, honestly. This is young. This is at the inception. This is messages of love. This is thinking about love. This is doing small loving acts. Okay, this might be okay like in a daily thing, like, oh, a page of cups, your card for the day or something. But as far as like a, I don't know, it just doesn't, it feels like this would be all they were capable of. Like it would just, it'd be different if it was this. If this was like upright like this, and then you got this, it's like, oh, you're starting off on the right foot. But because it's like this, it's like this offer or whatever they're talking about is just not going to be enough. And this is them being completely open and earnest with the offer, but I don't feel like it's going to be enough. I think that's what it is. They're genuine, they're sincere in this wanting to talk and probably make an offer, but it's not going to be enough. It's just not going to make you happy. It's lacking. No disrespect to people cross-watching for Cancer. I just think that you spent so much time processing this emotionally, and now they come back in this Venus retrograde, right? And you're like, oh, I'm already kind of halfway out the door. So, and they're like, but wait, let's just reconsider, let's talk. And you're like, okay, I will be fair. I will consider this. I do love you. I did love you at one time. All right. And then they come through and they're like, okay, what do you think? And you're like, oh, well, I kind of wanted, that's what this is. Okay. All right. Okay. So second part of the reading. Okay. First 2 weeks of Venus retrograde, which is October 5th through November, no, God, 12 times I've done this. 12 times I'm doing this, and you think I get the dates right. October 5th through the 19th-ish, give or take a day. Okay, that one just flew out. You better believe it, there's introspection going on. Okay, you're thinking about this person. Could be fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You are thinking of, if they're not a fire sign, there's somebody that you at one point was very charismatic, or even still is very charismatic, was just kind of your everything. They, in your eyes, they could do it all. Okay, so your first couple weeks of Venus retrograde, you're going to be thinking about this person. Really kind of going inward and just thinking about them. Maybe even some reminiscing. Second part of the retrogrades, or the middle part, so that's October 19th-ish to November 2nd-ish, give or take a day. I feel like this could be on edge and irritability and just, you know, feeling paranoid. But I also think that this is like, you know what, I just don't want to be dealing with this anymore. This is, all right, I might show up and all right, I'm going to try one more time. And this is like, I just don't have it in me anymore. And I'd just rather be by myself. This is a solitary queen or energy. This is about being very content, taking care of yours and your own, and being able to afford to do so. That doesn't mean that you're living the high life. It could be that you're just renting a room, or you still live with your parents or roommates or whatever, but you're very comfortable with your life. And you do what you need to do to maintain that. You're working on your own prosperity and security for the future, as well as being happy in the present. This is all about self-care and attending to you and your own. Okay, so it could also be too that this is in fact irritability and on edge and paranoia. Like, okay, you're coming back, but I want to know everything that you have in store, because I don't want to give up anything over here. Like, I still want to make sure that my security and my stability and emotional security is maintained. Okay, it could be that, but I think what this is you're like, you know, I'd just rather be by myself, man or woman. Sorry about that. I got the, oh dear, am I even coming through here? I wonder that. Sorry about the mic situation. Hold on. See if I can fix it. Kept feeling the string tug on me, and I looked down and it's halfway off. I'll have to see if it's okay when I do the playback. But anyway, last 2 weeks of the Venus retrograde. November 3rd-ish through the 16th-ish, give or take a day, for Cancer. Yep, clarity. This could be Pisces. Look at that. Clarity. No more confusion. This is not being happy about it, though. There's a release from the anxiety and the confusion, and things are clear. However, you might be like, you might not be happy with the results, but at least things are clear now, right? Could be Pisces. And we have an ending. And because you've plumbed the depths here, because you've gone, why am I saying plumb the depths? Well, this was significant for you. But anyway, because you emotionally processed this before and you're now you're ready to transition, you might revisit it, but at the end, you're like, okay, I get it now. I understand. I get it. I'm not happy about it, but I do think it's the right decision to close out the cycle, to end this on a good note. So it's kind of bittersweet, because this isn't hostile or anything. It just wasn't meant to be, I guess. It just, you know, it was, they're earnest. They mean it. They're earnest. It's just not going to be enough for you. And you will come out of this clear-headed. Might not be happy about it, but you will definitely know that I really just would like to take care of myself right now and see what happens for my future. So, Cancer, that is what I have for you. Hold on, wait a minute. Got a few more oracle cards here. receive healing. Yes, and I pulled this one too. Give back. All right. Well, that's what this is about too. Giving back, being in a compassionate place and a material place to where you can do that, just to be emotionally generous and to, you know, just the small things. But I think too, part of this introspection here and this sort of, even if you're working it out with each other, you're talking this and that, this is about you. I think some of you will get the closure that you need emotionally because they're going to cop to a few things. Even though this is about sometimes being the martyr, I also think that that's what's been hanging them up, and so that's why they come to try and talk to you about it, because they can't. And I think them admitting some culpability is going to be pretty helpful for you. So I know that's a really weird interpretation of give back, but I do think that's because this is honorable. This plumbing the depths and soul searching, this is honesty comes up from it. Like being real and being self-aware comes up. And it could be that they're wanting to own up to that also. And that would also be very healing for you too. This whole retrograde is going to be pretty healing for you too, Cancer. Honestly, to come out pretty clear-headed like you were, that's good. That's a good place to be, especially when you want to move forward. And this, I got to tell you, I love this because it's not that you're closed off or anything like that. And this could be male or female. It's just that you don't need anybody else. You're able to do it by yourself. Whatever you're doing, you can sustain it yourself. It's a great way to feel and be. Because then not much is scary after that. You feel like you're safe and stable and secure, and come what may, I can handle it. I think these are finally broken up. I finally got them unstuck to each other. Good gracious. Tantric union. That might be why there's this, I didn't mention it, but there's like this really kind of gentle energy here. It's kind of this is not harsh at all. And so it could have been that you had a very special connection physically with each other. Because this really is sort of a very gentle, not this, but right here, I don't feel like there's any hard feelings here. All of that's gone. This is about, you know, you've already processed it emotionally, and now you're trying to come to terms with it as far as logically and mentally, and just, all right, I'm gonna finally let go, and I'm gonna trust in my intuition and set off on my own, you know, trust, good things await. But it could have been that this connection was quite connected for you. This is another way for me, at least, soulmate connection, past life connection. So that's also why this might have been pretty heavy duty. And the fact that there's 4 heavies out of 6, that's pretty significant. That's pretty heavy duty. So we're talking at least karmic relationship, if not past life soulmate. Providing shelter. Oh, it's very sweet. It's a nice picture. And okay. This, I think when you're approached or when there is this meeting, it's almost like shelter from a storm. Sorry. Because this is about providing shelter, and so you could imagine it like a guardian angel looking out for you, kind of taking you in and sheltering you and providing that guidance, even though you can't see if it, you know. But I think this also might be what you both need, processing all of this. I mean, can I mention again 4 heavies? So I think there's this sort of friendly, soulmate, loving, distant, but still loving connection. And when you both meet up and you're approached, it's almost like shelter from the storm for a little bit, like that familiar nostalgic comfort. And I think that's going to be a part of it. And I think that's also why this is like, okay, stay strong, because there's going to be this, okay? And then there's going to be this. And all of this speaks to familiarity, a different kind of connection, not a common connection. And you have to look at, is this going to be what I want? Is this going to give me the security that I want, though? I mean, is this, and it could grow, granted it could grow, but this is saying it won't. This is saying it's just not going to be enough. So it's nice, but you want something with a queenly or kingly energy. You know, you don't want it to, and they don't want to fight anymore, but you need more. You need a plan, not just like, okay, let's just not argue. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that they're past the anger of it or whatever's going on, but I need a little bit more than this. I don't want you to just taking my pulse here and sending me love text. I want more. Like, this queen demands it. This energy, it could be male or female. This one especially thrives on security and structure and routine and just and having the material things taken care of. So anyway, yeah. This is really going to probably tug at your heartstrings and be like, ugh. But I think in the end, you're going to trust in your intuition, okay? That it's going to be good to let go because you're going to have clarity. Might not be what you want. There might be some sadness, but you are going to be able to take care of yourself in the future, and goodness awaits. All good things await. You don't know what it is. It's around the corner. You can't see it, but it's going to be good, and I think you're going to be able to trust that. But can I just say how very sweet this, I mean, honestly, it's like as breakups go and as reconnections and then parting ways again go, this is a very kind, this is a very mutually kind, it's very sweet. Okay, Cancer, I hope this was helpful, and I wish you well with this, because this is heavy duty and it's transitional. It's very sweet and kind, and there's help, and it feels like you guys are both trying to support each other, and I'm sorry that it won't work out, or this is saying it won't, at least not right now, but good things do await, and you are able to take care of yourself. You have that security, and I know that's important to Cancer. So, okay, wow, here we are, 23 minutes. Wow. I hope it was helpful. If you stuck this far through the reading, thank you. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.